Now, we have the 8 weeks in this book. What else can we learn? We know we hear about your individual stories.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Sure. Do you want to?
What else is in the book? So the 8-week program, as Karen outlined, what we also have is we have stories from other people, who've been through the program and who are sugar-free. So different genders, different ages, and that's really interesting to look at as well. We have tips on handling very difficult situations, like what do you do when you go to a buffet and there's all of a sudden all of this food in front of you? How do you deal with that?
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
Small plate, real food, small bites, eat slowly, and then if you're still hungry afterwards, go back and just fill a small portion of your plate.
That's good advice. You can hardly ever find small plates at a buffet.
Absolutely. What I often do is I don't eat at the buffet. So I will have dinner, especially if it's like a cocktail evening and you don't have to eat. I'd rather just eat a proper dinner before and spend my time there talking to people and communicating and feeding in that way, not in the physical sense of being fed. And the other thing in the book that I love is the journal exercises. So really starting to discover yourself in a different way, because part of addiction is losing touch with yourself. So this helps you get back in touch with that real amazing person and just start fighting for yourself.
Now, what about the people who eat because they're emotional or bored? How do those people get over that extra hurdle and then get into the 8-step program or 8-week program?
Yeah, so we look at the triggers and the cravings and how to address them in ways that doesn't involve eating. So there are some exercises in the book where you can look at what has triggered this craving and what are you actually looking to fulfill, because it's a need. And that need we've just automatically learned to just feed with sugar and carbs. But looking at what that need is, and is it that you need a hug? Is it that you need to phone a friend? Do you need to go for a walk? How else can you soothe that feeling instead of using sugar and carbs?
And what displacement activities can you put in place? Because sometimes you need to do that. For me, it's taking a quick walk, having a hot cup of tea instead of reaching for the sugar and carbs.